Demolition, and there's that right hand. They're duking it out, not by the right hand. Takayama.
Green trunks for the southpaw, the notorious Conor McGregor. Black trunks for the champion, Jose Aldo Jr. Conor relaxed, smiling. Oh!
Nate Diaz, you just shook up the world. How's that feel? Hey, I'm not surprised.
How's everyone doing out there? Thanks for joining me. Welcome to this week's episode of Chingasos Combat Crew. Hopefully your week is off to a kick-ass start. If not, don't even trip. I got you. I got you with the best combat news, everything you want to know. You know, our boy Conor couldn't go another week without being in the news. I got UFC Fight Night updates, UFC Q3, Q4 bangers that we are definitely going to be looking forward to. And holy crap, do we got a bunch of crazy finishes from the fight night. So I cannot wait to go over that. So with that being said, please, as a reminder, do not forget, if you're not already a follower, please subscribe to the channel. Head over to YouTube at Chingasos Crew. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Also, as a quick reminder, this entire episode and all our episodes are broken down into chapters, so you can skip around to whatever story you want to hear. Just go right down below to our description. With that being said, hey, let's jump right into this week's show. This week's combat news. So as I was saying earlier, our boy Conor just cannot keep his nose out of the news. So he made a quick announcement, hit up Michael Chandler, and he says, brother, don't even trip. I'm going to be seeing you 2024. If Fonzo were here, he would definitely be saying his accredited line. That's neither here nor there. I think it's never going to happen. And it's for sure as heck not going to happen in 2024. What you guys think out there? You think we're going to see Conor September, October, November? Doubt it. We'll probably see Roadhouse Part 2 before we see him out in the cage, right? One thing we will see, though, is this. I don't know if you guys are gamers out there, but there's a little game out there called Hitman, World of Assassination. And I guess a few months ago, they dropped some new DLC, a new episode that you can do on your own when you get a chance, and your target is none other than our boy on the screen, Conor McGregor. So your boy here just downloaded the game. As soon as I'm done chopping up today's episode, I'm going to jump on and I'm taking on the mission of taking him out. So stay tuned, Combat Crew. I'll try and drop some cool video on that pretty soon. In the meantime, though, let's talk about real news. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. I'm going to try to see if I can get away with playing this on YouTube because we definitely need the audio. So what I'm talking about is this past week, or maybe a couple weeks ago, I believe. It was 2 weeks ago. When is Conor's birthday? Anyways, I believe it was this last week. So on Conor's birthday, UFC released unreleased footage of his fight against Khabib. Now, it's the same footage, but the audio is footage that we have not heard. So I don't know how they were able to do it, but they lowered the volume on everything else in the cage except for Khabib and Conor. So you're able to hear what Khabib was saying the entire time. So hopefully YouTube doesn't make me take this down. If they do, I'll chop this out and I'll put it up on the socials. Give us a follow everywhere. TikTok, X, Insta, at Chingasos Crew. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. Khabib and Conor. So apparently that was Khabib calling Conor, telling him he fucked him up and calling him a fucking bitch as he walked away. So if you go to YouTube, look this video up. There's the whole entire fight is up there, including including Khabib talking to his corner, still talking smack to Conor as Conor's laying on the floor. So give it a shot. Check it out. But I'm thinking, why would they do this now? They had this entire time. They had to release this footage or not. Conor's supposed to be their boy. Conor was supposed to be fighting a couple months ago or a month ago. Is the UFC upset at him? Is this the UFC's way of baiting him, trying to get him to come out sooner rather than later, or like Cali Firefighter, shout out Mike, thank you for dropping this conspiracy theory on me. He's thinking that this could be the UFC's way of saying Khabib is coming back. I don't know. So stay tuned, Combat Crew. We'll have more to talk about as things develop. Now, check this next story out, man. As if you could not like this man any more. I'm talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Boatan, Alex Pereira. And this footage has been going viral. It's been going all over the internet. But the kid on the screen, if you're not watching, head over to our YouTube channel at Chingasos Crew. Sorry, selfless plug there. But this kid is going through cancer treatment, and he had really long curly hair. Super jealous of those locks, bro. But unfortunately, this young man is facing a battle with cancer, and he knew that he was already going to have to shave his hair off. So he asked Alex if he would do him the honor of shaving his head. So check
this is crazy. I'm getting my hair cut by Alex Pereira. I do Muay Thai and have been for a while, so it was a bit unfortunate to get a cancer diagnosis because I love training. Yeah. And this is just crazy that I have one of my idols shaving my head.
Yeah. Dude, Alex, freaking super.
Can I give you a hug?
Check this out. I'm not crying.
I know that I'll be able to get through it because he got through it.
Ele falou que ele sabe que ele vai conseguir sair na frente porque você saiu na frente.
Bro,
can I give you a hug?
Getting emotional there, meeting one of his number one fans. Shout out to that kid. You're gonna win this, buddy. Don't even worry. But man, what can I say about Alex? The hero we need in this world, compassion and empathy. You don't need to do everything for everybody, but everybody can probably do something, man. And this guy just above and beyond, man. Let's talk about something funny here. So a couple of weeks ago, we talked about, or actually, I think it was last week, I talked about Quinton Rampage Jackson going on the Joe Rogan podcast. And one of the things he talked about is this Siamese boxing match that he did with Bob Sapp. And I found it. I wasn't able to find the entire video, but here's a clip. Check it out. For those of you that aren't able to watch, when you get a chance, go to YouTube, look up one-handed boxing for people.
Okay, Jaime, this starts.
So this was somebody from, I guess this was promoted by Fight Circus, but check this out. They got an Apollo Creed style shirt on. Bob Sapp is swinging with his left hand, Rampage swinging with his right, and both of these boys are chonky, and they're fighting two country boys. And the country boys got bloody up in this fight, man. How did they agree, or why did they agree to this? I'll never know, but I'm glad that they did. It's there for your entertainment. Again, go head over to YouTube, look up Siamese boxing or the title of this video. This was the longest one I was able to find with the most footage, but it's titled One-Handed Boxing for People. Hilarity ensues. All right, y'all. We talked about our boy Arman Tsarukyan, said he was going to be suspended and he was looking to come back early 2025. Well, guess what? Things have changed. He's agreed to do the PSA on bullying. He's supposed to be filming it within the next, it says at the beginning of August. That will reduce his suspension immediately, and he will then be able to fight by the end of October or early November. And guess what timeline that fits? That's UFC Madison Square Garden. That's exactly where Islam wanted to fight. So we might be seeing them running it back, man. So that is going to be barn burner. I cannot wait for that to go down. Speaking of barn burner, or a person who burns down their own house, Jon Jones was in court again, and this time he was charged with 2 misdemeanors in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this is all coming from that incident he had when those drug testers, I don't think it was USADA, might have been the new UFC drug testers, but you guys remember they showed up at his house. Jon was all pissed off. Apparently he threatened them. Apparently he did. If he wouldn't have done anything, I don't think it would have gone this far. So Jon appeared in court on Monday. He pled not guilty, and the judge, before he released him, put some stipulations on Jon's behavior. So check these out. I got them on the screen. Let me read them out to you. Number one, this is for everybody, though. Cannot break any laws. Dumb. Aren't we all American citizens? And aren't we all supposed to follow the law? Anyways, that one's dumb. 2, cannot possess any firearms / dangerous weapons. What are you going to do with your hands, bro? What is John supposed to do with his hands? Number 3, cannot consume alcohol. Uh-oh.
What the fuck?
Yikes. And this last one's not a problem for like 99.9% of the population. But guess what? Jon Jones, he built different, y'all. He cannot consume any illegal drugs. Now, I don't know if they're going to be testing him every day. I don't know if they got somebody following him. I don't know how they're going to prove this. Maybe it's just random drug tests or what. But stay tuned, man, because I don't know if John is going to make it out of this one. All right, guys, I teased this at the beginning of the show. UFC matchups, Q3, Q4. I got a bunch coming up in a little bit, but these ones on the screen are potentially main events for future events to round out the year. No, so none of these are official yet, but they might as well be. All right. So they're looking at the Sphere UFC 306, September 14th. Sugarshan O'Malley, Murad Davishvili, yes. But that's only a few weeks, like not even a few weeks, like a couple months away. So I don't know if these guys already know ahead of time that they're going to be fighting and they've been training this entire time or getting ready to, but it's kind of weird that they haven't officially announced it when we're getting really close. UFC 307, Ilia Tupuria and Max Holloway, October 5th. Islam Makhachev and Armando Tsarukyan, UFC 308, October 26th. The fight everyone's been waiting for, sitting on the edge of their seats. Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic, UFC 309, November 9th. And then Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, UFC 310. What do you guys think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 events. The fight I would probably be looking the most forward to, Jon Jones, Stipe. Psych, hell no. Heck to the nah. Probably Ilia Tupuria, Max Holloway, followed by Sean and Murad, and then Islam and Arman Tsarukyan, and then Chandler and Conor in there, I guess. But lots of good news, lots of good stuff coming our way. So stay tuned, and as soon as these fights officially get announced, you know we'll be letting y'all know. So check this out, man. This is some shady news, man. This unfortunate here. Nate Diaz. This was reported by Happy Punch over on Twitter. Give him a follow at Happy Punch. Nate Diaz is suing for fraud and breach of contract after he was promised $10 million for his boxing match against Jorge Masvidal. Now check this out. I've been doing a little investigation on my own, and there's a rumor going around that the promoter is saying that he cannot pay Nate and will not pay Nate because the event tanked so much. And he said that if he were to pay Nate his $10 million payday, that his wife, the promoter's wife, would divorce him immediately. Yeah, so bad news. So I guess Nate's going to see that dude in court. All right, y'all. MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani had our girl Julianna Pena opening her mouth up, and you know what comes out when she speaks. Let her speak for herself, God.
It's annoying. What did Dustin Poirier say?
So she's talking about Kayla. So I guess Kayla must have said something, or someone must have said something about Kayla fighting for the title next, or she should be fighting for the title. And Julianna Pena is kind of trying to making it sound like Kayla is Michael Chandler with the statement, "You ain't one of us." And then she refers to Dustin Poirier a little bit. So check this out. Let's go back, start the clip over.
It's annoying. What did Dustin Poirier say the other day to like Michael Chandler when he was like saying like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
Not to say, "Who are you, Kayla?" But just to say like, these girls been grinding in the UFC forever. You know what I mean? So it's almost like a respect thing.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, obviously Kayla's in the mix and she'll get her chance as well. You know, it's just a matter of time at this point.
So, so she's just basically telling Kayla that she needs to get in line blah, blah, blah. But she also went on to say that she knows Kayla's on steroids without backing it up with any evidence, of course, as usual, as people do these days. She said that after she won tough, she went on a recruiting trip to ATT, and whoever was giving her the tour was telling her that specific bathroom was the bathroom that all the ladies that train at ATT use to inject themselves with steroids. Apparently, according to Julianna Pena, whoever told her was giving her the tour and was trying to recruit her was telling her that every single female at ATT does steroids. Kayla Harrison is a former judoka, Olympic athlete. Nobody has been tested more on the female side, I believe, than Kayla. And Kayla did fire back. She had said on her Twitter account, "I have been tested by USADA since I was 12 years old. You will find every excuse in the world not to fight me, and the only shot in the ass people need around you is anti-nausea medication."
God damn!
Woo! Shots fired. Kayla ain't having it. Eventually, this is a fight that we're going to see. So Julianna Pena is set to fight Rocky pretty soon here, right? And the winner of that might be facing Kayla. So this is going to get settled pretty soon. I would say maybe end of 2024, early 2025. Stay tuned, y'all. Gonna be badass. All right. Our boy Diego Lopes dropped a nice little statement via Canal Encarada. So this is what he said. He said, we're going to fight the number 3. Oh, we're going to fight the number 3 in the world. Then we fight the number 13th and went up 2 positions. The UFC has basically guaranteed me a fight with top 5 opponent. Now, so Aljamain Sterling makes no sense, and neither does a rematch with Movsvar. I would like to fight Brian because he has fought for the title twice, and he has a ton of experience against the best in the division. So there's Diego Lopes' thoughts on who he should be fighting next. You know he wants to get on that card on the Sphere, and he looks like he does not want to fight with Aljo, does not want to fight with Movsvar because they do nothing for him, and thinks that the best situation for him would be to fight Brian Ortega because Brian has the most experience, 2 title fights under his belt, and he thinks that will help propel him up into the rankings. Let's see what we got here, because his buddy Movsvar also tweeted earlier in the week, and he said the contract is signed, and at the time that he posted this, he did not say who his opponent was, but a couple of days later, look at who showed up. Look at who his opponent is going to be. Aljamain Sterling, Movsvar Evloev at UFC 307, Salt Lake City, October 5th. That's going to be a banger of a fight, man. That is going to be some grappling. That is going to be some scrambles to the max. This may come down to who has the best striking. And Aljo is really unorthodox, but man, if he can get to Movsvar's back, I don't know. Movsvar is a G on the ground, though, man. This is going to be black belt level at its finest, man. I cannot wait till October 5th for this fight up. All right, guys. Our boy who's always getting into fights. Unfortunately, none of them are in the UFC or in a cage. Khamzat Chimaev said that for his next fight, he'd like to fight for the title next. What do you guys think? He says, most likely my return will happen in October in Abu Dhabi. Surprise, surprise. The opponent is not yet known, but I would like to fight for the title. I have 7 fights, 7 victories. There is no fighter in the UFC who has won 7 fights without fighting for the belt. So I have Khamzat's resume on the screen. 7 fights in 4 years. At least he can count. So he does have 7 fights. Unfortunately, it's 7 fights in 4 years. 1 fight in 2023, 2 fights in 2022, 1 in 21, and then the 3 that he started off with when he got into the UFC during COVID. He's really, really slowed down. On the screen right now, I got the middleweight rankings. I'm asking, who do you all out there think he should fight next? Sean Strickland does not want to fight anybody other than whoever has the belt. He's already said he doesn't want to fight Bobby Knuckles. He doesn't have an interest in fighting anybody else other than the belt because that's what he deserves. Izzy's going to be fighting for the belt next, so he's wrapped up. Nasruddin Imavov is supposed to be fighting Brandon Allen on the Paris card, so that leaves Bobby Knuckles, who he was supposed to fight originally anyways, right? Jared Cannonier, who just took an L, so I don't know if the suspension is going to be lifted in time for him to train. Marvin Vettori, who we haven't seen in a while. Paulo Costa, who I believe was a past opponent for Khamzat, and that fight didn't happen. Jack Hermanson, and then Roman Dolidze. Obviously, he's probably not going to want to fight 9 or 10, but a matchup against Bobby Knuckles or Marvin Vettori, even for that matter, would say a lot. I don't think Khamzat deserves a title shot, but you guys know how the UFC does it, man. Whatever gets the most clicks, whatever gets the most eyeballs, if he can generate enough steam online, they might as well give him. They're going to give him the title shot. But check out what Drunk on Love and Whiskey said on Reddit. There is no fighter in the UFC who has won 7 fights without fighting for the belt. Check out. He's backing up, doing some digging on what Khamzat's statement was. So check this out. He says, Drunk on Love and Whiskey says, Bilal is undefeated in 10 fights with one no contest in there from Leon trying to blind him. Leon had 8 straight, then the no contest, then another win, then fought for the title. Charlie Olives was at 8 wins before his title shot. Islam won 10 before his title shot. Khabib won 9 before his title shot. And Merab at the moment is at 10 before he's going to fight for the title. So that's it, man. So Khamzat, get to the end of the line, bro. Get some fights under your belt and fight somebody in a weight class where you're going to fight for the belt. All right, man, check this out. I found this interesting stat online. It says on Reddit, the Fighting Nerds are now 12-0 in the UFC after just 3 years since their debut on the Contender Series. They have a combined 40-fight MMA win streak with only 4 fighters. Carlos Prates fights Li Jianliang on UFC 305. Caio Borralho is currently ranked number 12 in the middleweight division. And you guys know, favorite fighter of the show, new favorite, Jean Silva is also on that list. So next week, we get to see Carlos Prates taking on Li Jianliang, and that dude is a menace. So that win streak could be at stake, but we'll see, man. We will see. Cannot wait. So check this out. Our boy Jean Silva fought Drew Dober last week, and he said that in the fight, he broke both of his hands in the first round. Dude is a menace, man. I love watching this dude work. My only question is, where's he going to get to work at next? Lightweight or featherweight? I'm not sure. And you know, he did have a little trouble. He didn't even make weight for featherweight. So let's just see what you do at lightweight, bro. I mean, you easily handled Drew Dober, but was it because it was late notice and you couldn't make weight before? I don't know. We'll see what it is, and I'm sure we'll get something soon. But we definitely might be seeing this guy. Man, broken hands, that might take a while. That might take him out for the rest of the year, actually, now that I think about it. So congratulations, MMA Nerds. We're going to be looking forward to what you do, and stay tuned. UFC 305 right around the corner. Fuck that up. All right, next story here, guys. You know, we are some One Fighting Championship super fans over here, and One Championship's middleweight and welterweight champ, Reiner De Ridder. You guys remember he did have a grappling match with Ty Rudolo a while back where he lost by decision. He also got the dog shit beat out of him against Malachi. I forget that guy's last name, but he lost to the lightweight and heavyweight champ. So according to MMA Fighting, RDR is leaving One Championship, and he's going to be fighting for UAE Warriors. What the heck? To me, that seems like a step down in competition, but I haven't seen the bill. I haven't seen the payday yet, so who knows? So that was a rumor, but the very next day, somebody, Nicholas Atkin from One Championship, updated and said RDR is still under contract with One. So I don't know if this is One allowing him to go over to UAE Warriors and fight, or he's actually leaving. So who knows? But stay tuned. We'll see what he says, because he's supposed to be fighting in July, next weekend already, July 27th, UAE Warriors 51. All right, guys, I got a handful of UFC updates here, starting here with our boy, Jan Blachowicz, who we have not seen in a while because he's been on the shelf with an injury. So check out what he tweeted. He said, woke up today, drank my favorite coffee, walked with my dog, played with Jan Jr., a normal day, but something was different. I called the UFC office. I told them, sign me up for December. Feels like my old version is back. I'm back. So Jan looking to come back December. You know he's going to want someone in the top 5. So maybe we'll talk about this with the boys next week, and I'll have the rankings because I didn't have enough time to put that on. But who do you guys think he should face? Alex? I don't know. Yeah, who knows? All right, check this out. Couple of fight updates here. Magomed, what is the pirate guy? Yeah. Sasha. Wow, what is his name, man? I forget his name. Anyways, Magomed is taking on Michael Olejniczak August 3rd, UFC Fight Night. This is going to be good, man. I don't know if this is going to go bode well for Shara Bullet, though. Shara Magomedov has a hard time getting people from taking him down. He's got 0 takedown defense. And if you guys remember, Michael got his arm twisted the hell up by our boy Kevin Holland. So luckily, I guess that was just a dislocation, so he was able to recover quickly. But, dude, he's not too bad. His ground game is okay. His striking is okay. But Magomed has shown that he can get taken down by anybody at any time. So that is not good for him. How about this, y'all? They're adding another fight to UFC 307, Salt Lake City. The King of Rio. Apparently, his last fight was not a fluke because they're throwing him back in. And this time he's taking on up-and-coming contender Kyler Phillips. So this is... I don't know, man. I hope they're not trying to do Jose Aldo like they did Frankie Edgar and throw him up against a young and hungry lion, because that's Kyler Phillips. So Kyler's looking good up until his last fight. He did not do too well. I can't remember if he won or lost, but I know he took an ass whooping, and that's what Jose Aldo dish is out. Check this out, man. Looks like Ian Gary is ready for an ass whooping. He's calling out Shavkat, and he wants to make it happen in December. Hey, I got to give this guy credit, man. He's got balls. He may not be the smartest guy. I do not see how he's going to win this fight, but you never know. You never know, man. Stranger things have happened, and he's waiting to see what Khamzat says or what Shavkat says. So stay tuned, crew. I'll let y'all know. All right. Last night we had UFC Fight Night. Amanda Lemos taking on Virna. Jandiroba, and in the main event, and I got 5 finishes that you are going to want to see. Remember, unfortunately, I will not be able to show these on YouTube, so I'm going to have to block them, but I will throw them up on our socials. So check them out. First one up, Hyder Amil taking on Zhang Yong Li. I talked a little bit about this last week with Cousin Ann. Hyder Amil is Chiwiwi's first sponsored fighter. So Hyder Amil, I believe he's from Washington, taking on Zhang Yong Li. I did talk a little about him on the show last week. I said that Zhang Li looked like he was a finisher. I thought that the UFC picked him because he was going to finish Hyder possibly. Hyder said, hold my beer, dog. Check this out. This is round 1, 30 seconds into it, and 30 seconds must have rang the bell with Hyder because he threw off apparently a 38 punch combo here, man. Check this out. Zhang Li goes back and forth with Hyder, but Hyder's like, cool story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Oh my God. Dude, that was insane. That was an insane pace. Hey, check this out. Pause the podcast. Tell your buddy to film you and throw a 38 punch combo and tell me how you feel and how long it took you. Hyder Amil is that dog. Dude, that was freaking awesome. What an upset. If you did not see this, you got yourselves a Fight Pass subscription. Go check this out. The announcers were going crazy. I was going crazy. 38 punch combo. You guys want to check it out one more time? Hell yeah. Look at this, man. He just unleashed the dogs. You know what they say, when you unleash the dogs with no name, you can't call them back. Hyder Amil is here, bro. That was freaking sick. All right. Do Ho Choi Superboy taking on Bill Algeo. Check this out. And one cool thing about Do Hoi Choi is he had Korean Zombie in his corner, and it seemed to pay off. So this is round 2, 148 left in the fight. Watch this. Superboy had already been piecing up Algeo. Algeo starting to bleed from his right eye. And then Algeo throws a stupid spinning back elbow that misses. And that's all Superboy needed. There it is. Look, bap, left hook. And he must have like broke his orbital or something, because Algeo was like, oh, timeout, bro. Watch one more time. There's the spinning elbow and there's the left hook. Like throwing a freaking fastball. Algeo goes down. And Superboy follows it up with one more shot just in case he needed it, which he didn't. And that was it. TKO round 2, Superboy. Keep Korean Zombie in your corner, bro, because it paid off. He was telling you to throw that jab, and you just kept throwing it out there. Just kept sticking it in Algeo's face. I'm sure he broke his orbital because he just kept repeatedly hitting him over and over in the face. Next fight, Cody Durden taking on Bruno Silva. I did not watch this entire fight. I was going in and out, but in round 1, I gotta say Cody Durden was beating the dog shit out of Bruno Silva. It even looked like he was getting close to being finished, but Bruno Silva apparently's got that dog in him, y'all. Check this out. Round 2, 2 minutes, 22 seconds left in the round. Bruno Silva's face is toe up. Looked like he's been eating all the strawberries, but look at that uppercut. Bro, drops Tyler. Look at that uppercut. Bah! Right hand, drops Durden, follows him up, and then just GMPs the crap out of Durden. I think the ref could have stopped it a little bit earlier. Probably like right there. Look, he looks like he's staring up at the ref. Thinks that's my boy Chris Tyone. Woo! Damn. Let's check that out one more time. From the uppercut, though. Here it is. Uppercut. Dropped him. Elbow, elbow, elbow. Bro, relentless pace, man. You know what they say about these fights with these fighters where they're not known, man. They just come to fight. So, yeah, Bruno Silva, bro, that was a nice finish. Congrats. Congratulations, my man. All right, I got 2 more, y'all. Check this out. Steve Garcia taking on Sung Woo Choi. This got moved up to the co-main event because our boy Brad Tavares and his opponent, I can't remember who, had medical issues, but they canceled the fight late notice. Check this out. These boys came to brawl. This is round 1, 3 minutes, 47 seconds. Steve Garcia on the right. Sung Woo Choi eats that kick. Bro, timeout. Let's go back. Is that an Anthony Davis-like eyebrow on Sung Woo Choi? Bro, keep that up. That's your character. Also, keep your hands up. Dude, Steve Garcia is like a crazy, out of control white belt just coming to bring the pain. Woo-hoo-hoo. Check that out. He just caused instant chaos right here. Check this out. Right hand set it all up. One more time. This is almost like the last fight, man. Or like the Hyder Ammo fight. He just goes to work, dropping hammers. Herb Dean's got no choice but to step in, man. So look out for Steve Garcia, man. Dude is a freaking menace. He almost looks like a serial killer. You got serial killer vibes, bro. But I guess that's how you got to be in the UFC. All right, main event. Amanda Lemos taking on Virna Jandiroba, and this was a jiu-jitsu clinic. I do not know why Amanda Lemos kept going to the ground with her. It looked to me like she had some opportunities where she could have broken away and gotten back up, but what's that, Fonzo? That's right. That's neither here nor there. Here we are, round 2, 32 seconds left, and this was like the second or third time that Virna was on Amanda's back. This time, though, there was no getting out. So check this out, man. Watch this slick transition. She's working for the arm, for the rear naked. She's got a grip of the arm, though. And look at this. Amanda switches over. She thinks she's safe. And then Virna's like, nice arm. I'll just switch to that, bro. Cool story. Whop. Yeah. Check that out. That's a common defense in jiu-jitsu where you get 2-on-1 and you bring someone's arm over to one shoulder and you're usually okay. But I don't know if Amanda felt Virna opening up that body triangle. She probably should have immediately swam over, switched over and tried to swim into Virna's guard. But Virna was just way too fast. Look, there it is. That leg switched over and she gave Amanda no choice but to give that arm up. And then she just goes on to hyperextend the crap out of it. And that is it. So I would imagine these ladies are going to be switching places. Virna's probably going to find herself in the top 3 of the division. What a fight, man. What a fight. That was way better than last week. I'll tell you that. All right. Next weekend, though, we got UFC 304. You guys remember this is the show that the British fans are going to have to stay up all night to watch when it's right in their backyard and we get it at regular time. That's messed up. Totally messed up. Let's go through the early prelims, the prelims, and the main card. Early prelims, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights. And if you have some time on your hands and you got UFC Fight Pass or ESPN Plus, watch this banger of a fight. Christian Leroy Duncan taking on our favorite here on the show, Gregory Robocop Rodriguez. It's going to be a bloodbath. On the prelims, about that I'm really looking forward to is homegrown Nathaniel Wood. He's going to have that home crowd on his back taking on Daniel Pineda. So that should be a banger of a fight. And then Molly Meatball McMahon's going to be on there. The crowd's going to be on her ass. They're going to love her. And then what can I say about the main card, man? The main card is complete banger fest. Every single one of these cards is either a pay-per-view main event or it could potentially be a UFC Fight Night main event, right? Paddy Pimblett, Bobby the King Green, that could definitely be an Ultimate Fight Night main event. But the fight that I am looking the most forward to, and I hope, please, everybody make weight. Muhammad Mokaev taking on Manel Kape. I need to see that fight. We need to see that fight. That's going to produce a number 1 contender for us. Hopefully it's not a snooze fest and we see them brawling. Because remember, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Those two dudes got beef. So let's see if we hear anything about that this week. And then look at how we're opening the pay-per-view. Arnold Allen taking on Giga. I'm going to kick your guts out, Chikaze. And then the co-main and the main event, man. Co-main, bro, they should be taking off that interim title off of that. Tiny Tom Aspinall taking on Curtis Blades for the interim championship.
What the fuck?
Heavyweight interim championship. And then the winner will face, I don't know, Jon Jones, Stipe Miocic winner. And then the main event, they're running it back. Bilal Muhammad taking on Leon Edwards for the welterweight strap. That's a wrap, y'all. That's all I got. I do have Jake Paul, Mike Perry on the screen. I refuse to talk about it. That was some garbage. You know what I mean? If I go and fight if I go and take on the plumber in basketball at Staples Center, does that make me the greatest NBA player of all time? Because that's the same court that the Lakers play on, right? Bah. Anyways, don't get me on my soapbox, guys. That's a wrap. I hope you all have a fantastic week. I'm going to see if I can get the boys together, try to do a little parlay super show for UFC 304. But if not, hey, we will see y'all next week. Have a fantastic week. Catch us on the socials at Chingasos Crew. Until next time, Chingasos Crew out. Peace.
Demolition, and there's that right hand. They're cooking it out. Mouth right with right hand. Takayama.
Green trunks for the southpaw, the notorious Conor McGregor. Black trunks for the champion, Jose Aldo Jr. Conor relaxes, smiling. Oh!
Nate Diaz, you just shook up the world. How's that feel? Hey, I'm not surprised.